Great. So this is my response to what advice would I give to a court reporting student. And in addition to the other speakers and their advice, I totally agree with the points about words and finding a group of people that understand what you're going through and finding the information, being resourceful. It's hard to know what you don't know. So definitely finding a trusted mentor who can help you supplement those parts of your education. Also being stingy with your time because time is your most valuable resource. And we've heard other speeches in this group about how sometimes well-meaning family will get in the way of your own goals and ambitions, and you have to be selfish and stingy and make this your top priority. It really needs to be almost a full-time job pursuing steno because it is such a hard skill, and that's what it is. It's a skill, and it takes constant developing over a long period of time. I always advocate for raising the bar. Never aim to do just the bare minimum. If your homework assignment is to write 10 sentences 3 times each, for example, when I was in school and I had a chapter from a theory book, I was doing the words in the sentences over and over again until they would just come spinning off of my fingers without even thinking about it, because it's cumulative. Each lesson builds on the prior one. And so you need to be able to write any new letter or any new phrase that you learn without hesitating. That's the whole point. That's how we build speed. So prioritizing your time, deciding on the goal, deciding why you want this and what you're going to do to get it. There's a motivational speaker that I'm sure many of you have heard of called David Goggins. He's a Navy SEAL who overcame some really horrific childhood abuse to become one of the most ultra accomplished athletes in the world. He is so inspirational, so motivational. He has a fantastic book, Can't Hurt Me, and he swears a lot if you listen to his videos, so I'll warn you about that. But what his takeaway message is nothing is going to stop me from doing what I want to do. And there are no limitations except the ones we impose on ourselves, and we can break every one of them, but sometimes we have to suffer to do it, and he claims that the beauty of life is in overcoming that suffering. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel it, because that's how he trained himself to become so long, as a long distance runner and overcoming what they call Hell Week as a Navy SEAL. And I think that's so analogous to court reporting. And then I want to share one just personal thing. I got an email from an agency. This was back in February. I took a job. I don't take many depositions because I'm a full-time captioner. So I took a deposition because I had that Friday off, and I got this email. Joshua, the clients came back to us here and said there are a ton of issues with this transcript. That's not an email you want to receive from an agency, but I share that because in all reality, I was rusty because I do more captioning, which is real time, and I do less court reporting, which involves the skill of proofreading. And so my proofreading skills were not as polished as they should have been, and the transcript had more errors than it should have had. So I went through it, I fixed it painstakingly, sent the corrected transcript out, got paid for the job, did a little damage control with the agency, but the client, what do they want at the end of the day? They want their transcript to be accurate. So I consider myself a good reporter, maybe even a very seasoned reporter, but I had a bad day, and you're going to have bad days. So don't let that ever shake your confidence, but also make sure that you are indeed always striving for that high bar that I was talking about, that high level of excellence, because if that is your reputation overall, then when you really do screw up, as I did that one time, it's okay because you're allowed. But if that's kind of how you operate, if that's your modus operandi most of the time, then there's a problem that needs to be addressed, whether this is the right fit, because this is a hard job. There are high stakes for the people involved in litigation, and this transcript, there's a lot writing on it. So that was a kind of vulnerable moment. I hope it landed with some people and let them know that you can come through a bad situation stronger, and don't let it shake you. You have a place here, and we're here to support you. Thank you.